What's going on, everybody? And today we're going to talk about how to know when to manipulate your macronutrients or your calories. So by now, you've calculated your macros. You know how much protein you should roughly eat, your carbohydrate range, and all the rest in fat, right? And you know how many calories you're eating in total based on your weight fluctuations. If you're going up, you need to lower your calories. If you're going down and you don't want to go down, you need to up your calories. If you're happy where you're at, you're sustaining your calories. Now, we are hopefully at the gym by this point. We are eating consistently at this point, hopefully. So the next step is to micromanage those calories, those macronutrients, because they are important for progressing in the way you specifically want. So we're at the gym. We want to put on muscle. What do we need? More protein and an adequate amount of carbohydrates, because research shows that if you just put all protein and no carbohydrates, you're going to have not as much potential in gaining lean body mass, which we want as much potential in gaining lean body mass, because what does lean body mass do? It lets us eat more calories. And I don't know about you, I love eating more calories. So I want you guys to eat more calories. Even if you don't want to, I want it to be an option. So we're going to use an example of 1,000 calories. We are eating 1,000 calories right now, and we are staying roughly the same weight, okay? But we want to put on more body mass. So let's say 4 calories, 200 grams of protein, so that's 800 calories in protein. So we're eating 200 grams of protein. That's very simple, right? These aren't your actual macros, by the way. So you're eating 200 grams of protein. Okay, you're staying. And let's say you want to lose weight while keeping on your muscle. Okay, so we're at 200 grams of protein, and then the rest carbs and fat. Protein is what matters, number one. That's the one I want you to focus on right now. Okay, we're at 1,000 calories. So let's go, we're gonna go to 900. Okay, so where are we gonna cut from? Our proteins, our fats, or our carbohydrates? Well, this is based on preference, but I would really recommend you to first start cutting a little bit of your carbs and a little bit of your fat before you cut from your protein, because we wanna keep protein roughly at 1 gram per body weight if you're exercising. If you're exercising, you want to keep it roughly at that 1 gram to, or 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per body weight. That's a good metric to go by. It's, there's a lot more calculations, but this is the foolproof method. It's like you don't have to think about it, 1 to 1. So we want to keep that protein high, but we need to lose weight. So what are we going to do to lose weight? We're going to take away from our carbohydrates and our fat. Okay, so we go down 900. All right, now, I'm like, oh yeah, I lost some weight. I'm looking shredded, but the winter's coming and I want to put on some weight, but I don't want to get too big and I want to put on more muscle. So you know what you do? All right, you go from 900 to 1,200 calories. What do? You find what weight you want to get to, right? Let's say I'm going from 200 pounds to 215. What I would recommend, first, you're going to get 215 grams of protein, right? 215 grams of protein, because we were at 200, because I was at 200 pounds at 1,000 calories, and I lowered it to 900, but I want to stay at that 200 protein mark, because protein, number one, we want to keep it consistent. Now, I'm going to up my fat and my carbs again to an adequate range. So whatever my calories were after I up my protein, I need the rest. You put it in your carbs or your fat, whichever one you like eating. If you love eating potatoes, add your carbs up. If you like oils and butters and seasonings and whatnot, then I would really recommend upgrading the fat, because fat really comes in fast. So if you don't have enough fat and you love fatty foods, you're going to get to that number very quick, and then you're going to be disappointed in your diet. And we don't want you to be disappointed in your diet, because if you don't enjoy your diet, you're not going to sustain your diet. And we need you to sustain your diet to make permanent results. So, all right, I'm getting 215. My calories went up to 1,200. Now, what do I want to do? Well, I want to gain some more weight, and I stopped at, I went from 200 to 205. All right, well, I'm going to add some more calories. I'm going to add 200 more, let's say. I'm going to add 200 more calories. Great. We're at 1,400 calories. I still want to be 215. Don't have to touch my protein. My protein is pegged at 215. One gram of protein per pound you want to be, okay? So, perfect, 215, I don't have to worry about that. What do we do again? We go back to the carbohydrates and the fats, and we up it again. Like I said, whichever one you prefer to eat, you want to eat your fats, go ahead. Remember, 8 grams per gram of fat. So 1 gram of fat equals 8 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrate equals 4 calories. 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. Super simple. It's all you have to worry about. It's not that difficult. You can do this yourself. It doesn't have to be this crazy rocket science you see. Whenever you want to manipulate your calories to either go up or down in weight, keep your protein pegged at the body weight you want, what you see, your ideal body weight. Like I said, if you're 300 pounds and you want to get 200 pounds, I wouldn't drop down your protein immediately, but start putting your protein lower to that ideal body weight, and then everything else can start falling as well. But we want to keep our protein consistent, because what does protein do? It keeps lean body mass on, and the more lean body mass we have, the more calories we can eat, which in the long run is what we want to do. So guys, if you have any questions, remember, feel free to ask, and that's how you know when to manipulate your calories. I'll see you next time.